So on Seeking Sister Wives, the Merrifields are just about to leave their vacation with Bert, and Garrick's reaction to leaving her makes me go, excuse me? That's what I want to talk about today. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie. I am the She in Sheality TV, and today I want to talk about Seeking Sister Wife and the Merrifields, and a little bit about the Clarks. So like I said before, the Merrifields are still on their Mexican vacation with Bert, and they're about to leave. So at the beginning of the episode, they're talking, they're just kind of talking and having a drink or whatever, and Dannielle notices a couple, like a wedding on the beach, just sitting on a restaurant, and you can look over the railing or whatever and see the beach. And Dannielle goes, "Oh, look, a wedding!" And the other two look, and Garrick turns to Roberta and he goes, "Me and you?" And there's Dannielle sitting there like, okay, what? Like, yeah, I think she knows what a wedding is. Like, you don't need to be all, me and you? I don't know. I don't know how Dannielle is doing this. I think she's not listening to her own intuition. That's the problem. Something in her head is telling her just something's not right, but she's not listening because for some reason she trusts this guy, and she's buying into the whole, oh, God wants us to do this. Like, come on, listen. No. I'm not buying it. There's another couple on the show. Their name, they're the Winders or the Winders or however you say their name. Them, I believe that they believe that God is leading them to the plural lifestyle. 100%. I believe that that's how they ended up in a plural lifestyle, because they truly believe that that's what God wants them to do. But these two, the Merrifields, no. I'm not buying it at all, because I don't know, it feels like he has shiny thing syndrome. It's like this, whatever infatuation that he has with Bert, this too will wear off. And he'll start treating Bert the same way he's treating Dannielle. And yeah, the cycle will repeat itself. Anyways, they get done with, their lunch or brunch or whatever it is that they're having, and they go back to the room. And Bert says, they go to Dannielle's room, and Bert says, "I'm gonna go have a shower, so I'm gonna give you guys, you guys can have some time to yourselves." Cool. So Dannielle and Garrick sit down on the bed and they're talking, and Garrick tells Dannielle about his conversation with Bert, that she said that she would give him up if Dannielle couldn't get over the jealousy. And Dannielle is all, oh my gosh, she has such a deep heart, and I can't believe that she feels so deeply about this. I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. I don't know that it's feeling deeply or what, I have no idea. But yeah, he tells her that. They're sitting on the bed, and she asks him, after they're talking about Bert and how she'll give him up for her, she asks him if she is enough for him. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if your husband told you that he wanted another wife, I don't care, let's leave the whole God thing out of it, right? God or not. If your husband told you that he wanted another wife, would you think to ask, am I enough for you? Clearly, he feels like you're not. Or he wouldn't feel like he needed another wife. Does that make sense? I mean, that's how my brain works. My brain says, he wants another woman. Okay, well, clearly I'm not bye. See ya, go get your other woman. Let the doorknob hit you on the way out. Like, why would you ask that question? Anyways, he again lies and says, oh yes, of course you're enough for me. And she says, thank you for loving me. Like, really? Thank you for loving me? And then he reciprocates and says, thank you for loving me. And as soon as he says, thank you for loving me, and they kiss, she goes, is it my turn for I'm sorry, I can't even get this out. She goes, is it my turn for a quickie now? And he laughed. Oh my God. He laughed. He laughed, and then she laughed, and I'm sitting here like, why are you laughing? Because he's laughing. That's not funny. He's fine with like having a quickie with Roberta when you're not there, but you have to ask for it. And B, when you ask for it, he laughs. He's laughing. Seriously? What he deserves is a roundhouse kick to the chest, but you're laughing with him. What is wrong with you? Why is she laughing? So after that, their next scene is they're all, it's evening and they're preparing to say goodbye to Roberta because they're leaving. So, they're all hugging and he's hugging Bert, and Roberta is like, oh, I'm gonna miss you. And he says, I'm gonna miss you so much. And Garrick is crying. At first, they're crocodile tears. He's like, oh, I'm gonna miss Bert. And he turns to Dannielle, looks her in the face and says, I'm gonna miss Bert. And I'm thinking, he's like, for part of the time, the tears are crocodile tears. He's going through the motions, but there's no tears coming out. But eventually the tears start to come out, and he looks at Dannielle and there are tears running down his eyes. And Dannielle should be like, yo, homie, I didn't see you crying when we were sitting in a courtroom getting a divorce. How are you crying for this? I would be offended. Like, pay attention to your company, dude. You don't cry over the woman you've known, what, 6 months? I don't know how long they've known her, but you have children with this other woman, and you divorced her without batting an eye. And here you are crying over the new chick because you won't see her for however long you won't see her. Like, no, like I said, Dannielle needs to wake up and give her head a shake, because what? Okay, let's talk about the Clarks. Now, there hasn't been a whole lot going on with the Clarks with the whole Kayla mess or whatever. And honestly speaking, Kayla is not a good fit for that family. I don't even know if that family should have a sister wife. And if they're gonna get a sister wife, don't go trying to track down a 22-year-old. Don't deprive a 22-year-old of her 20s by talking her into being a sister wife. Like, clearly Kayla wasn't ready, right? She is too young. She needs to live her 20s. She needs to be 20-something. And that shouldn't include taking care of someone else's kids and sleeping with someone else's husband because you're part of a plural community. They're not even a plural community. They're a kingdom, and he's the king and blah, blah, whatever. No. Anyways, so when their segment starts, COVID is just like, the quarantine is just starting and everything is shutting down, right? They're trying to reach Kayla and she's not even answering her phone because she's left, like I said. She's not answering her phone, but I guess Vanessa, got a hold of her at one point before everything started and asked her if she wanted to quarantine with them. Would you like to quarantine with us? I don't think any of these people on this series are good at reading the room. Because if the woman doesn't want to answer your calls, and she took 2 jobs so she wouldn't have to be at home, why in God's name would you think she'd want to be at home with you 24/7? Why? Why? Seriously? So anyways, they don't hear from Kayla when they ask her if she wants to quarantine with them. Duh. And that's pretty much it. But on the trailer for the next episode, we see Gerard trying to talk up another potential sister wife, telling another 20-something-year-old that they live as a plural family and would she like to go on a date with him. Now, this is someone that he says that he's been flirting back and forth with already. It's someone that he already knows, just like Kayla was. These people don't learn from their mistakes. Anywho's, we'll see what happens with them. But that's all I've got for Seeking Sister Wife this week. My name is Debbie. This is Sheality TV. I will see you next time. Peace.